What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you guys some of my favorite fragrances that I like to wear in the spring season. Alright, so by the way, these are in no particular order. We're going to start off with DUNHILL'S Icon, and this truly is an iconic fragrance, man. I love this. I can smell a little bit of grapes in here. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right, but I smell like grapes, and it's very fresh and clean. It's very elegant. The way I would describe this is very, very elegant. The bottle, everything about this fragrance, they did a great job. It's very heavy, it's very durable, and it looks amazing on your display, whether you display your fragrances in a nightstand, drawer, whatever. It looks amazing, and it's just beautiful. I really, really like this fragrance. It's actually very dark as well. I see these being worn more in the nighttime as opposed to the day, but you know, phenomenal fragrance. It's mind-blowing, absolutely great. I really like this one. All right, so next up we have here, you already kind of saw it, HANEI MORI for him. This one, a lot of people say smells like Gucci Pour Homme 2. I do get that. There is a very prominent tea note in here. Again, this is also very elegant, very, very classy. I really like this one. The bottle is kind of flimsy. The cap is, don't hold it with the cap because you probably will drop this. The fragrance itself is actually pretty good, although I would say that this one is about 70% close. It's not exactly close. It has its own touch to it. Gucci Pour Homme 2 is way smoother and smells way better. I know it's discontinued, very, very sad, but yeah, amazing. I really like this one. Doesn't project as long as I would like it to. Lasts a good time, 5 hours, 6 hours, and it's done, but you know, solid. All right, so up next I have Jimmy Choo Man, and this one has that sort of blue, very basic blue kind of a DNA, very similar to Versace's Dylan Blue, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, YSL. There's, you know, it's like that very basic DNA, but this one's still actually really good. Similar again to the others that I've mentioned. It's very classy, very elegant. I do like this one as well. It doesn't get talked about as much in the community. But again, solid fragrance to have in the spring seasons. And you know, we can't make a cologne list without the almighty Chanel Allure Eau Extreme. This one is just a phenomenal fragrance. Absolutely phenomenal. There's a mint kind of note in here. It just sets it off. It's very, very different from a lot of the fragrances I've smelled. I actually haven't smelled anything like this in particular, although again, this one also has a very fresh and clean sort of a DNA. But again, this one is, I don't know, it's beautiful. I would highly recommend this one. It performs pretty well for about 8 to 10 hours, and it projects a pretty good time too. The sillage is great, the longevity is great. Absolutely phenomenal fragrance. All right, so moving on, we come to another classic, and we have here what I call the high school banger. This is Burberry Touch, and I call this a high school banger because a lot of us wore this in, I believe, the high school days. It was just like that time where this fragrance was just amazing. I don't know whether you were in college, high school, etc. Again, this one gets really compared to Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male and Amouage Reflection Man. Again, it's very elegant, very classy, absolutely amazing, gorgeous of a fragrance. This one is sweet yet fresh at the same time. Great combination. And I really do think that Burberry hit it home with this one. I think it's one of their heavy hitters. It doesn't last as long as I believe it should. It's about 5 to 6 hours on my skin. Projection is pretty good, about 2 hours, an hour, give or take. And then it becomes more of a skin scent, but still nonetheless, Burberry Touch is a phenomenal fragrance, and I think it's perfect for the spring seasons. Up next, I have here BVLGARI's Man Extreme. BVLGARI Man in Black, everybody talks about and raves about. Phenomenal fragrance, but nobody really talks about BVLGARI Man Extreme. I don't know why, but this one is very, very heavy on that tangerine citrus note, very similar to Terre de Hermes. This one has somewhat of a similar DNA to BVLGARI Aqua Amara. Phenomenal fragrance. Again, I love to wear this in the spring when it's warmer. This one gives you that cool, refreshing effect. Beautiful fragrance, beautiful bottle. All right, so next one I have here, Cartier's Declaration d'un Soir, and this is probably top 5 or one of the most underrated fragrances in the community. Me, I really like my roses. I love rose, and this is a rose-based fragrance. Absolutely phenomenal fragrance. Very, very classy, very, very elegant, very sophisticated. Those words describe this perfectly. This is worn by one of those Wall Street, highly, highly successful men. Knows what they're about, knows what they want in life, and overall just have a good taste of life. They have the finer taste in things in life. So absolutely phenomenal fragrance. I really, really enjoy this one. I wish it lasted longer. That's the only negative thing I have to say about this. Other than that, I really, really love this fragrance. Easily one of the best roses in the market. All right, next we have Versace's Dreamer. This one, again, it's kind of heavy on that lavender, has a little bit of tobacco in it. And at first sniff, you're not gonna like it. Most people don't like it. But as your nose starts to develop and you start to understand how fragrances work and your nose kind of adjusts to that fragrance world, you will start to appreciate this and you will start to like it on skin. And if you smell it way too close, like if I were to spray this right now and I smell it too close, I'm not gonna like it. Or for the new person who's into fragrances, they're not gonna like it. But in the air, that's a whole different story. Absolutely beautiful in the air. The projection of this is pretty good. The sillage is good as well. But in the air is where it shines. It doesn't shine when you smell it too close to the skin. But in the air, I can already smell it. It smells like a very, very high-end kind of a soap. It does have that soapy sort of a vibe to it. And next up, we have here YSL's L'Homme. Now, to me, this is the definition of spring. Maybe because I've worn this a lot in the spring and summer seasons, but I love this fragrance. The vetiver, and this is beautiful. Very, very good fragrance from YSL. It's a classic. Everybody knows about YSL's L'Homme. I've worn this a lot during the spring seasons, which hence why I believe it's reminding me of those days. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. I think that this is probably one of the best fragrances to wear in the spring seasons. Absolutely amazing. So try this out. All right, finally we have here DIOR Homme. This is the 2020 version. And again, absolutely amazing fragrance. I don't understand the extreme amount of criticism this fragrance got when it was first released. The moment I sniffed it, I fell in love immediately. I think that this is an absolutely phenomenal fragrance. It's like that barbershop kind of DNA. It's very fresh, very clean. At the same time, I feel like this one is more mature, and it gives a more mature vibe as opposed to Bleu de Chanel or Versace Dylan Blue or Dior Sauvage even. I think that someone in their 30s, mid-30s, 40s, this will be a perfect fragrance for you. Again, I don't understand what the criticism was about. I don't know why people don't like it, but immediately when I first smelled it, I was like, absolutely beautiful. I really, really enjoyed this fragrance. The only downsides to this fragrance is the longevity and the sillage. It doesn't perform as well. But then again, it's an aquatic, and some aquatics, or even you can say most aquatics, don't perform as well. So that's given. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, very elegant, very sophisticated, very clean. This one's very, very mature. So try this out. All right, so that concludes my list of my favorite fragrances to wear in the spring seasons. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Please like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys with another one.